Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. In today's video we are going to be closing out my month of April, and I'm not going to lie, it is quite late. Normally I'm really organised and I get these sort of things done really quickly, just because I like to be really organised with my money, and when I get paid again I like to know exactly what's going on and where my money is going. But I ended up sort of not falling off anything. It was just, I didn't go crazy spending, but I just stopped tracking it as much, which means for a little while I really wasn't writing everything down as good, which has kind of been the case for April. I felt like most of the time I was trying to catch up, which isn't good. So that is something I really need to work on for next month. And you can tell I am really behind because I haven't even set up my May one yet. So I'm going to need to do that later. But for now, we will just have a look at what is going on from this month. So this one actually started on the 16th to the 22nd. Now, I did go ahead and worked out everything from last week, and I did eat into a lot of my cushion here, which is fine, that's why it's there. So now we just need to work out what I spent here. So before I forget, I am going to write a little note up here. It was a need, and I'm just going to put 15 here in brackets because I only spent £15 in fuel, so I put the extra £5 to debt straight away rather than messing around. I just thought, you know what, that's what I'm going to do with it, that's where it's going. So now we did do a bit of shopping, and I did buy some clothes, and I ended up actually buying some for my husband rather than just me, so it didn't all go to me, but that did happen. And then I ended up buying some books, which were £6.98. I brought more than one, and I just brought them on Kindle, so I did go ahead and do that. And then I also went to Poundland, and I actually did buy some household items, but I was sent a new card to pay, but you had to activate it online, and it just took me a little while to do that, and because of that I couldn't be bothered, and I ended up putting a lot of it on my card rather than the other way around, so that was not great. So I did go ahead and do that, and then I think that was about it really. I did go to Asda, and I did, yeah. So TK Maxx I went to, and I did spend a bit. I spent £26.47 here, and that was on the 26th. Because I am just going to roll this over basically until the end of the month when I got paid, just because it's going to make my life a lot easier. I also got my car washed, which was £3, because the pollen is just killing my car right now. It just looks a mess all the time, but there we have it. And then the only other thing was somebody left work, and I did go to our local supermarket, and I brought some extra food things, but also some things for work, just because it was our last sort of day. So all of these really will want, so I'm just going to tick those just because I like to do that as well. Okay, so spending was out of control really towards the end, and I am really upset because normally I have quite a lot left over at the end of the month because I am really good, which means I can put extra towards savings or debt, whatever I choose to do. But because I kind of spent quite a bit mid-month on things in the garden, and then on top of that I also spent money at the end of the month on myself and other people, it ate up pretty much all of my cushion. So I'm gonna have to work on that for next month, definitely. So that is like a massive overspend there. I don't even know whether it's worth filling this in, to be honest. Oh dear me. I will, because it's one of those. 16th, 17th, 18th. The 19th was 27. And then the 20th was 13 and 6, 98. 1998. So it looks good there, but actually the rest came after this day. So after the 22nd was when I then spent this amount of money. But for this I have filled it in anyway, just to, so that I know I've done it. Okay, so that's that last week all filled in, and then this is where I usually write and break everything down. So let's just go back first and have a look. Okay, so here I did have a tiny little bit remaining, and it was 20, and that just went to debt straight away. Okay, so debt had a total this month of, I had the 100 at the start, so 215 went towards debt as an extra payment. Do I want to put no spend days? I have no idea. Really don't see the point, but there we go. So I'm going to flick to March to see. Okay, so Christmas, and then beauty, which is easy. That just has 5 because I did spend. Savings, which is really hard to work out, and then birthday and no spend. Okay, so let's just flick back here and go to my monthly layout. So let's just think. Let me grab my cash envelopes, and this is just a new sort of binder for now that I've put them in, and I'm hoping to have some more things to show you with it soon, but for now I've just put everything in here. YouTube is not on there, we don't do that one. So birthday now has 20, 40, 60, 5. Okay, so that can go in like that, and I'm just going to write 65, and the same over here. So didn't really put much towards birthday, but there we have it. And then this one I'm going to write 215. Savings is so hard to work out. YouTube has 20, so I am going to write that in. Beauty has 5 because I did go spending. It's just something that happens, but there we go. And then I ended up moving some of Christmas out into the bank because I was just really worried about how much was getting in this envelope, and I didn't want that much. So I broke it down and I did end up putting, I think it was 320, and then there's another 20 here, so we have 340. And then the last one, did I put Christmas? So I'm just going to put 40 there because it had 320 there anyway, so that actually needs to be 20. And then the last one that I do need to sort is savings, car maintenance, which is here, and it currently has 20, 40, 60, 5. So we're getting there. Okay, so I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'll link below where I've had this from. It is super cute. Let me see if I can zoom in. So I don't know if you can see, but it's got like little daisies all over it, and it is really perfect and sturdy as well. I was really worried about the rings, but they're as great as possible really, and I like on this one that I can bend it back a little bit, whereas with the Budget Mom Filofax I'm really constantly having to try and flatten it, just because it's still so new, whereas this one is perfect really. So I'll go ahead and drop it in the comments below, so if you want to grab yours you can. It really wasn't that expensive. I think with postage it was like £10, might have been less, and I did get a cute little freebie as well, which I'll show you. It was this little money tracker for when I want to pull money out, so I'm definitely going to use that. But I'll drop the link in the description below, and she does lots of different ones as well. So that's where we're at with that. And then I'm pretty sure, where are we? April. So March, I worked out that it was 58401. So it was 58401, and currently I believe I'm pretty much, we will reach this goal by the end of this month. It's just at the minute it's not quite there. So we have 935, no, wait. So we have 835, that's better. 0.30 minus 58401. So we saved a total of 251.29, and some of that will be interest. That's why it's like a weird pence at the end. So I'll go ahead and put this back into here. And I have already gone ahead and paid the extra payment for debt. The £100 at the start, I already went ahead and put in and paid that at the start of the month. So where is it? Here. This I've already gone ahead and paid at the start of the month, which is accounted for on this side. But I did go ahead and pay the amount that I ended up saving overall this month, as well, but I normally put that on the next month because it has fallen into May. So I usually just put that in. So here's my regular, here's my 100 here, and then here's the extra payment that I made based on what I'd saved before with other things. So that's how I normally do that. So I will put that in later on, but I'll put it into May's rather than in April's, just so it's accurate. Otherwise I'll be confused when I see it on my sort of printout of all my spending online. So that's that done. And then the only other thing I do need to do is track this last one, even though it's a bit rubbish. So it's just Wednesday to Sunday. And my goal next month already, I can tell you, is to keep my cushion and not spend it as much, because I really have overspent this month. It's all gone to great things. We've spent a lot of money on the garden because the weather's finally getting a lot better and we've been able to sit in it a lot more, and it's looking really good considering what it looked like before. And the blinds have finally been fitted, so we've paid for the blinds, and we've also gone ahead and booked the drive being done, so we're just making sure we've got enough money to cover that. It's not happening yet, it's probably going to be like June or July, so we have got a bit of time. And then also we're getting the kitchen done next month, so we're desperately trying to make sure that we are super organised for that. But other than that, I think that's it for this video. I definitely need to work on this more because it's just something that I really hoped to have a lot more remaining than just that. That's probably the worst I've done all year. So I might just quickly show you. At the back of my planner is where I keep all of my sort of goal sheets and things that I like to write in. Some of these sheets I just don't use, like these bill schedules. Oops, I just knocked you then. These ones I don't actually use to track bills, but I just keep them in there anyway. However, these I do write in quite a lot. I need to put in the next sheet for this one actually, because I've just done April. So I might just quickly fill in this. So I'm just going to put 215 total extra payment for debt. Now sometimes these can be a goal, like it could just be a really small goal, it could be a bigger goal. I think next month mine's going to be cushion related, so I'm just going to make a note of that, or cushion money. So I need to make sure that if I am spending money regularly out of this, then it needs to go into a category. So check cash envelopes, definitely for that. But I did manage to sell some items. Okay. And that's it. I don't really do too much in it. It's really just notes and things, so that will do for that. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a really quick sort of whistle-stop tour on closing my April budget. Normally I do a lot more, but unfortunately April, while it was a great month, and I did manage to save quite a lot of money and put money towards debt as well as extra, I also ended up spending a lot of my cushion that I was hoping to plough into extra savings and debt at the end of the month. So for next month, that is just something that I really do need to work on. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic week and I will speak to you all again soon. Bye.